Hello everybody, I'm Sakshma and welcome to another episode of Live the New. On this show, we take a peek into the lives of our favorite celebrities and try to find out, how they are keeping themselves busy and occupied during this lockdown and the new normal. And we also try to find out what it's like for them to work from home. My guest today is very, very special because she's extremely beautiful and also she's multi-talented. She is a music composer. She's a very good singer, she's a dancer, and she's a great actor. And from what I can make out from her Instagram, she's also a master chef. So, welcome Shruti Haasan. It's great to have you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so tell me one thing. Now that we are all living by ourselves and it's not very safe for us to, get our domestic help at home and help us do the house chores, it is us who are doing a lot of work. We are washing the utensils, we are washing our clothes, everything. So are you also, is it the same case with you? Are you doing all of your housework on your own?
Yeah, absolutely. I am. And I don't get like why it's such a big deal. It's like so-and-so's washing dishes or whatever. I'm a really house proud person. I love taking care of my home. I like it being clean for me. And also I've lived as a student abroad. I have a place in London. I clean that myself as well. Sometimes I get a cleaner in, but more often than not, I'm doing it myself. So it's more tiring to fit it into the day and squish it into the schedule. But other than that, it's fine.
What you've said is right, that abroad a lot of people do all of this on their own. Only in India, we think it's a big deal when we have to do everything on our own.
I think if domestic help cost as much as it costs in America or Europe, we would be doing more ourselves.
That's true. So I was just going through your Instagram, and like I was telling you, it's such a positive page. It's like a lifestyle page because you have everything covered there.
Thank you.
And I saw that you've been cooking during the lockdown, and
yes.
You've been posting a lot of positive messages. But we'll get to that later. First, I want you to talk about your new song "Edge," which you've released on your new YouTube channel.
Yes.
How did the song come about, and when did you decide that you want to release your own music now on your channel?
Wondering for a while, should I put it out now, should I not? But I've been performing my original music live in London for a while, maybe 2 years. And I felt like in the pandemic, I was writing a lot, but mostly revisiting my older stuff, restructuring it, writing some new stuff. But, this song, I'd written a poem based on something I was going through, my interactions with someone. And there were 4 lines that just felt like a chorus. And I said, well, let me try writing it out. And the song kind of made itself because I think I had so much I wanted to say that I wasn't able to articulate. So I think with creative projects, sometimes they make themselves, and Edge was one such song. And I decided to record it. I did it at home here in Hyderabad. And then the producer I worked with co-produced it with this Karan Parekh. He also plays guitar, so he did his bit. Then we had a song, and then we had a video which I shot myself, and then it was on YouTube. It all happened really quickly.
And I saw that everybody liked it. I think I liked the fact that it had a raw feel to it because it feels like it really is coming from home. When there's too much editing and special effects, I think it loses the rawness. That's why I think people liked it even more because it had you in it.
I think I wanted it to be the opposite of everything that I had done in movies. I wanted it to be the opposite of the shiny, perfect, well-shot stuff, It's not that this wasn't well-shot, but it was shot on a phone, And it was real and it was imperfect, which is in itself perfectly beautiful.
True. Imperfect is perfectly beautiful. Well said. Tell me, since lockdown has lasted for about 5 months and now things are unlocking, a lot of us have changed a lot since the lockdown. We've realized a lot of things. We started valuing a lot of things more. Tell me the biggest change that you internally saw in yourself since the beginning of lockdown, which is, I would say, mid-March to now.
I've realized that I'm very self-sufficient. I genuinely enjoy my own company, which is great for me, considering I'm alone for so long. I also I always thought I wasn't a very physical person. I didn't like hugs and cuddles, but I would do anything to have a nice tight hug now.
Oh, that is sweet. Now I have to ask you, since you have been cooking a lot and posting a lot of recipes on your Instagram, I'm going to name a few recipes for people that you've been cooking. You've made the crunchy peanut butter chocolate fudge, lemon chicken with peas and rice, oven omelette, cafe choco mousse, cookie ice cream sandwich, ramen, green bean and mushroom casserole. My God, the list just goes on. That shows quite a lot of talent that you have. Were you always, into cooking, or this is a skill that you took more interest in now that we've been stuck at home for so long?
No, I've always loved cooking. So when I was at music school in America, I didn't know how to cook. And my flatmate, he knew how to cook. And I was like really jealous of his skills. And then I was missing like Indian food and I didn't know how to make it. And his mom had sent him with a suitcase full of like, those pre-made packets that you heat in water?
Yes,
and that's
ready to make, yes.
Yeah, ready to make. Like she had sent like paneer and like chatina chicken, and I was just like eating only that. And I was like, this is so pathetic that I can't cook, And so I think when I came back from America, I started learning how to cook, and I started with South Indian, Tamil food basically, which is my favorite cuisine. So I decided to learn the traditional South Indian food that I had grown up loving, mostly vegetarian. And then I kind of expanded from there. I think about 2 years ago, I kind of started experimenting with dessert in London, and I started baking like cakes, vegan cakes, muffins,
Well, that's really nice that, everything that you cook is also healthy. It's not loaded with, it's not something that you can only have occasionally. So that's a really nice thing.
I mean, there is some unhealthy stuff, but that's okay.
But so cooking is something you really enjoy. Tell me one thing something you run away from. That is the one house chore that you feel like, oh my God, this is the one that I don't want to do.
Folding laundry and putting the clothes.
Why is that? The angles and everything.
It's
I feel like if it
so
doesn't
silly.
look same.
No, it's so silly because it's like I'm going to mess it up anyway because I'm very messy with my clothes. All my clothes are black, so I'm perennially pulling out stuff, trying to find the top or the skirt that I want because they're all black. So that's one disadvantage of an all black wardrobe, pretty much. And then it's like I wear it, I wash it, dry it, put it back, wear it. It's just like it feels so pointless,
You mentioned all black. Something I noticed about your dressing sense, which is something I really like, is that it's very punk. At least recently, it's become way cooler, and I really like that about you. I just wanted to compliment you because that is something that I also do a lot.
Thank you for your approval. Thank you for your approval. I really appreciate it.
Not approval. It's like I'm showing my admiration. How much I like it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's time to take a short break on Live the New, but guys, don't go anywhere as we'll be right back with Shruti Haasan. Stay tuned.
If you had a foot-ache or a headache, you're going to end up going to the doctor. But people feel that talking to a doctor or a therapist or somebody about your mental health is like not okay. But to me, it's unfathomable.
Welcome back to Live the New. We are here with Shruti Haasan joining us from Hyderabad. Welcome back, Shruti.
Thank you.
Before the break, we talked about, how you've been spending time. Now, I would want to ask you, because I went to your social media, what I noticed was that you take a lot of interest in promoting the importance of mental health and how important it is to take care of ourselves internally. Actually went to your Instagram and saw this post that you've put up on 15th of June that said, mental health matters. Stop judging yourself and other people. Seek help because you matter. Now, those are beautiful words. Tell me the importance of taking care of our health, especially right now.
Well, I've been talking about mental health for maybe the past 2 years, really, is when I started talking about it. It's because of my own experiences, and it's also because of the stigma attached around mental health, and that it's almost some sort of incurable, unspeakable disease. And we can see that happening in the world around us, the stigma around it. But I've always said that, if you were unwell and you had a fever, day one, well, now you think you have COVID and panic. But like I'm saying in general, if you had a foot-ache or, a headache, and you were like, day one, you'd be like, I'm not feeling great. Day two, you might try to fix it yourself. day 3 you're going to end up going to the doctor. But people feel that talking to a doctor or a therapist or somebody about your mental health is like not okay. But to me, it's unfathomable that at least with our body, it gives us cues, that I'm not okay. And our mind does as well, but we're so attuned to ignoring it. And then there's the societal pressure of not falling into the stigma. And this is something that I wanted to address because I have dealt with anxiety disorder and I avoided it. I didn't know I had it for the longest time. I just thought that I wasn't as equipped as other people at dealing with life. And I was like, there's so much calmer, there's so much cooler, there's so much. And it was debilitating up to a point where I had to stop. I had to stop my life. So I felt like I should talk about it and maybe someone can relate.
I'm sure, because the comments on all of the posts that you've posted about mental health, everybody saying that it means a lot to them when someone that they think has everything also has the same issues that they have. Then that's what actually gives them strength to speak up. So kudos to you, because it truly is changing lives.
Thank you.
Now, coming back to the pandemic, tell me, when I also saw a post, I think I practically stalked you, and I saw a post where you've said that you stepped out after 3 weeks to pick up groceries, which you went yourself. Tell me step by step how you make sure that you're taking care of your safety and the safety of others around you.
So I think it's a very, you have to find that healthy balance between being cautious but not over paranoid, because that can lead to this sort of weird post-apocalyptic behavior. This is a way of life now, and we're going to have to live with it. And I feel like sanitizing surfaces, but not like in a way where you're like crazy person. Your mask, it really makes a difference to wear that mask. And be careful of who you're meeting without your mask, because I'm sure people can't wear it 24/7. Honestly, I've just not been socializing at all, really, unless I know that the person has been as careful as I am, and you still can't be 100% sure. I'm going to be returning to work soon, so one has to be really careful at work. The steps I'm taking is I'm doing my own hair and makeup. I'm trying to avoid, make sure that we're tested, make sure everyone's tested. We can just take those steps. Otherwise, it is something that we're going to have to live with and continue our lives to a certain degree.
That's so true. Life doesn't stop, just keeps moving and moving. We have to be resilient. Tell me, since you've had a very busy life, there's so much that you do and travel, what is the one thing that you miss the most about life before the pandemic?
Definitely traveling.
Okay. So tell me the one destination you want to travel to, the moment it's safe to travel.
Oh no, I probably go to London. I have a home there and I miss London terribly. So London
it is. Yeah. And tell me one thing that one good thing that you don't miss at all about life before normal. It could be a silly thing like traffic, but there has to be something.
Traffic. And can I be honest? Spiritually speaking, I'm quite happy not to be around negative people in their physical space.
Yeah, that is something that we need to maintain.
I think there are some people, like even post-pandemic, there are some people I will keep on a Zoom call maybe forever.
Tell me one thing that I'm sure in no way your creativity or productivity has suffered because of the pandemic, right? Work has not suffered for you, right, Shruti? I think you're being just as productive as you were before.
So work in terms of creativity, productivity, no. But work in terms of getting paid, I think we've all suffered.
We've all suffered. Yeah, that's another pandemic we are going through. All right, people, it's now time to take a short break on Live the New. But stay tuned. We are here with Shruti Haasan. We'll be right back.
I always need to do cardio because I tend to put on weight really easily. So I have to do my 25 to 30 minutes of cardio. And then I'll alternate. I love Pilates, and then I love martial art, like MMA videos that I do.
Welcome back to Live the New. I'm Sakshma and we are here with Shruti Haasan straight from Hyderabad. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Now, we talked about mental illness before this. Let's talk about physical well-being because that is also equally important. Tell us how you're being physically fit because see, gyms are closed. बाहर अंदर जाना तो हमारे हाथ में है नहीं. All we can do is stay home and take good choices. For example, I took a good choice to at least sleep on time and eat healthy. What is the one good choice that you have taken during this pandemic to stay physically fit?
Well, firstly, let me start by being honest that my sleep cycles are absolutely messed up. So that's been a bit of a struggle because I've always had insomnia anyway. But I think having work early in the morning and shoot and all was very motivational for me to kind of stick to a sleep pattern that was healthier. And now that's just out the window. In terms of working out, I try and work out every day, even if it's just for 20 minutes. I've never been a gym person.
Okay.
I've never liked the energy of a gym, unless it's like a fighting gym. I don't like gym where everyone's all
Okay.
like, what's he doing? What's she doing? How's her bum looking? You know, it's not my vibe. I've always loved, yeah, like I've loved working out by myself, and
Okay.
so I've been continuing that just by myself, really.
So do you keep changing your workouts? Like, do you do Zumba, aerobics, yoga, all sorts of, or do you have like a fixed routine that comes to you, especially that is made for you by your?
I don't do
nutritionist or
Zumba. I don't
health
do
manager?
Zumba, but I do like
Okay.
like hardcore cardio, which I love. And you're like pouring with sweat. I
Mm-hmm.
always need to do cardio because I like tend to put on weight really easily, so I have to do my 25 to 30 minutes of cardio, and then I'll alternate. I love blog Pilates, and then I love martial art, like MMA videos that I do for like 20 minutes, 40 minutes maybe. So sometimes my workout is just like 45 minutes, and some days it's like an hour and 20.
But it's great that you don't miss out even a single day because sometimes a lot of actors say that there are days when we come back home and we are like, okay, aaj chhod dete hain because we've already shot a song today or something like that.
No, actually, that's not true. This week I missed one day. So there are days I'm just like, in between, I was feeling like, upset, and I'm like, I'm not going to be crunching and like jumping when I feel like puking. So, so there are days I miss, and some days I might do a lighter workout.
Yeah, everybody deserves their share of rest days because the body also needs to rest to grow. All right, this brings us to the last but exciting segment of the show. We're going to do the Britannia NutriChoice Good Choice Challenge. In this challenge, for our viewers, I'll tell you all that I'm going to challenge Shruti to a 60 seconds workout to motivate you all that even if you people are at home with no gyms, it is no excuse to sit on your couch and watch movies all day and not work out. So, Shruti, are you ready? Let's go.
Yes. So I'm supposed to do mountain climbers for 1 minute. So I've got my timer ready. So I'm going to start. Whoops. Now. Whew. It's a weird place to do mountain climbers for sure. Almost. Oh. Done. Stop. That was good.
So that was me and Shruti working out for you to motivate you all. I hope that was motivation enough for you to get off your couch and work out. Before we leave, Shruti, if there is something, like a few words of wisdom that you would like to share with all the people watching you.
Oh gosh, I don't know what words of wisdom I can give. I think it's an important time for, I think like very basic and simple thing is, I think people lack compassion and understanding for others. And if a pandemic can't teach you to be a better person, God only knows what will. So now is a good time to start working on ourselves.
Very beautiful. Work on yourselves. Well, thank you, Shruti, for joining us and giving us your precious time. I know you're on a very, very tight schedule, but it was an honor to have you on the show.
My pleasure.
I'm glad I had you because, we need people like you. We need people like you who are, being so productive and so proactive during this time. So thank you for being on the show, and everybody, keep watching Live the New. Thank you.